Hi everyone, my name is Rose, also known as TA Summers. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, I am a newly minted booktuber and also a longtime blog reviewer of multiple genres of books. I am continuing my book haul for the months of July and August for this particular video. This particular section is the last section and it is also the largest, so I have over 30 books of romance to get to. So you can kind of probably tell that I am a big reader of romance, of a lot of different genres between contemporary and historical. Um, since this is a lot of titles to be able to get to within a spectrum of time, I'm probably going to be very brief in recounting like some of the these particular titles and what they're about. Like, I don't want to spend too much time because otherwise it's just going to be a very long video. But I will kind of touch base on where I got these books from. Some of them are secondhand, some of them are brand new, and I've got them from a variety of retailers, whether it's Barnes and Noble, Walmart, um, a couple from Amazon, some from my indie bookstore, and then a lot of them came from either the thrift stores that are in my area or on Pango Books, which is a platform that I use quite a bit in terms of getting my used books. So without further ado, let's get started. So a number of the titles are between the regular trade paperbacks, and then a lot of them are the mass market paperbacks. So I think the first thing that I want to do is be able to go through more of the newer trade paperbacks that I was able to pick up um, that are in contemporary romance, as well as the mass market paperbacks that I purchased more newly, and then kind of work my way through the used stack of books that I was able to pick up, and then go into historical. So that's kind of how the structure of this particular video is going to go. So the very first book that I want to feature is a book that I want to give a comprehensive review for, given a lot of dialogue about it. It's a book that a lot of people have loved or have had mixed feelings about it, but I'm really excited to be able to kind of deep dive into it. And I have really enjoyed this author's writing before. I've read one of her books. I can't remember the title right offhand, but I will put it up on the screen here for your perusal. But I'm excited to be able to get to this one in particular, and that is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. So I will probably be doing a review of this month, and and I may do kind of a touch base on it within a video to kind of go into a deep dive of this, but I'm really excited to be able to dive back into it. Next book is the third installment of a particular series that has been really popular, that I'm excited to be able to marathon read. I'm not going to read this particular title quite yet because I have not gone through the first two books in the series, unfortunately, quite yet. I did get a couple of these as Scott Alleys, but I have purchased them for my collection to be able to pick up and read. And if you know the author, she has written the Dating Playbook as well as the Hookup Plan, which is the first book in the series. So I kind of twisted those two around. So the Hookup Plan comes first, and then the Dating Playbook is the second book in the series. This is the third book in the series, and this is Farrah Roshan's The Hookup Plan. And this is a really cute cover and couple. I like, I don't orient towards animated covers that much, but this is a really pretty cover, and it's one of my favorites from this year. So I'm excited to be able to do a full marathon of this series. In the same mention as before, I'm not the biggest fan of animated covers, but I like it when they tend to match the tone of the particular book that I'm reading. This particular book, I sought out the movie tie-in version because I thought it was cute, and because I have not read from this particular author before, and it just appealed to me. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it this month or if it's going to be next month before I get to it, but this is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. And I picked this up probably from Target if I remember correctly. But it's a really cute cover. So the next book that I'm going to feature is also one that I picked up from Target and I have read before, and this is an author that I have read for years, but I have not given this particular book a full review. So it's the second in a particular series, so I'm probably going to read the first book in the series first, and then I'm going to get to this one to kind of give more of a deep dive into it. And this is Lori Foster's The Summer of No Attachments. And I thought this was a really cute story. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I want to read it in the context of reading it as a series versus as a standalone, but it works in standalone. So I will get to this probably sometime this month. The next book is also a part of a longer series, and it is also crosses with fantasy. So I have featured this particular author in my previous video, but I thought it probably would work better in romance to be able to feature it. It is the Hidden Legacy series, and it's the latest book that has released. I have all the books in the series, and I was planning to do kind of like a full rereading of the series from the beginning. I've read it. I've read the series before previous installments, but it's been a while since I've dived back into it. And this is Alona Andrews' Ruby Fever. And I really like the cover of this series. It's really cute. The next book that I'm going to feature is an author that I have read before, but unfortunately I have not done a number of reviews on her work, and I'm looking to change that. And this is a particular book that I have not read and that's new to my collection. So I bought it around the time of my birthday. A friend of mine gave me a gift card, and this was one of the books that I was able to pick up um, of her work that I have not read. It's definitely one that I'm looking forward to reading sometime this month. And in the interest of being able to feature more Black authors and authors of color, I definitely want to be able to review more of this author's work because I respect her work a lot. And this is Recipe for Your Desire by Cheris Hodges. As you can see, this is a really cute cover. So the next several books I'm going to have to go through quickly because it's a lot of them, and these are published under Harlequin. And as you like, I've been a long time reader of Harlequin books, and I'm really impressed with the amount of diversity and authors that they've been able to feature over the many years that I've been reading them, especially like within more contemporary times. So I'm gonna go through all the ones that I've been able to pick up between the months of July and August, and run through those quickly. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get um, feature them. The first one that I have to feature is part of the Montana Maverick series, and this is In the Ring with the Maverick by Kathleen Douglas. The next book that I want to feature is Boyfriend Lessons by Sophia Singh Sasson. The next one is by Mona Shroff, Matched by Masala. I have a couple of her books. The next one that I want to feature is When the Lights Go Out by Jules Bennett. Next one I have here to feature is The Designer's Secret by Nina Crespo. This is one that I'm really excited to be able to get to because I love chess, and this one definitely appealed to me when I first saw it on the shelf. So this is Rivalry at Play by Nadine Gonzalez, and this is part of the Texas Cattlemen's Club. Really cute. I'm definitely excited to be able to read this. This is one of my most anticipated Harlequin releases of this year. The next one that I want to feature is Black Sheep Bargain by Naima Simone. Next ones that I want to feature are The Spirit of Second Chances by Cynthia Williams. This particular one I picked up from Walmart on a whim, and I really love the cover and the concept for it, so I'm hoping to be able to get to this soon. This is The Heart-Shaped Murders by Denise N. Wheatley. And the last book that I want to feature is part of the Texas Cattlemen's Club. This is by Yara St. John, Vacation Crush. So the next several books are mass market contemporary paperbacks that I was able to get second hand, so I'm going to go through them quickly. Some of them are by the same authors, and then others of them are within the same series. Some of them are from authors that I have not read in a number of years and wanted to revisit these particular titles. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first one I have to feature here is a compilation of two authors from Harlequin, and I was able to get this secondhand and used. And I've read from both of these authors before, so it's just a matter of revisiting the work. This is Laurie Foster's In Too Deep and Sarah Morgan's One Enchanted Moment. Next up, we have two books that I was able to get secondhand through Penguin Books. So the first one I want to feature is Carly Phillips' Secret Fantasy. This is a pretty old cover, but it's really cute, and I have not read this book before. Next book is from the author that I mentioned that I have not read in a little while, and this title is new to me. This is Susan Elizabeth Phillips' Match Me If You Can. It's a really cute cover. The next book is kind of a throwback Harlequin as well, and this is from an author I've read before as well. This is Susan Mallory's Tempting. As you can see, it's been well loved, but I'm glad I was able to pick this up secondhand, so I'm hoping to be able to get to this as soon as I can. And the last three books are a part of a series that I was able to get as a galley for NetGalley, but I was able to buy at least three of these titles secondhand within the same series. If you know of the original Heartbreaker series, you probably already know who this author is. And I wanted to have the chance to be able to deep dive a little bit into at least a few of the stories that are featured within this series. So the first book in the series is The Closer You Come by Gina Showalter. And then these two are not necessarily the second and third book in the series. It's just featuring different couples from within the same series. This next one is Can't Let Go. And then the last one that I was able to pick up is Can't Hardly Breathe. And I really like this cover. So the next several books that I'm going to feature are kind of a compilation of trade paperbacks that I was able to get secondhand. So I'm going to walk through this a little quickly to be able to get onto the historical romance. These are still contemporaries. Some of them are a few titles older than others, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First one is one that actually I got lucky to be able to purchase secondhand, and it's still in pretty new condition. This is Jill Shalvis's Love for Beginners. Let's see if you can see that. The next one is an older book from an author I've read before, but under a different name. So this is new to me, so I'm going to try to see if I can dive back into a few of these authors' works, because I own a couple of titles, but I don't think I've picked up any of her work in quite some time. This is Hot in Here by Susan Lyons. As you can see, this is pretty good condition for how old this is. I think this was published in 2006. The next two books are by the same author, one of which I have read before, and the other one is new to me, but I've read the first the particular series. First one I want to feature is the sequel to Glimmer, which I have read. This is Glow by Beth Carey, and this is new to me. It says the Target sticker, but I was able to get this secondhand. And the last one is the one that I have read before, but I read it through audiobook, and I wanted a physical copy in my collection. So I want to be able to do a deep dive of this. I'm going to be rereading it sometime this month. This is Looking Inside by Beth Carey. And the last two, I believe, are indie published authors that I was able to get secondhand through Penguin Books. And I think they're both signed editions. and one of them is from an author that's new to me. The other one I have read before just recently is called Halo. I don't remember the name of the series, but since I'm mentioning that now, the one that I want to read in kind of a follow up to finishing Halo, which I really enjoyed, is Finley by Ella Frank. Let's see if you can see that. And the last one that I want to be able to read within the next couple of months that I picked up that is indie published and also from the author. This is Room for You by Beth Ehelman. I'm hoping I said that right. And I think this is an old edition of this particular series because I think it has a different cover now. But if for reference, I can put up the newer cover of it for anyone who wants to pick it up. So we are almost done. So the next section is going to be a compilation of the historical romances that I was able to pick up between July and August. And one of them includes one of my most anticipated titles of this year, which I really love. Of the recording of this video, I have not posted a review of this yet, but I will pretty soon. So the first one I want to feature is that book. This is Beverly Jenkins' To Catch a Raven. This was a really good book. And it can be read as a standalone. It is the third part of the series, but you don't have to read the series in order to get it, but it gives you an appreciation of the characters. I really enjoyed it. I love the cover. It's so pretty. The next book that I want to feature is actually a series. I had applied for being able to read this particular book on NetGalley, but unfortunately was rejected. So, and I think it was because that I had not read the first book in the series before requesting the second one that recently came out. So what I did was I went to my local bookstore and I picked up both of them at the same time. So without further ado, this is by Eva Devon. The first book in the series is The Spinster. This is the first book of the series entitled The Spinster and the Rake by Eva Devon. I hope that I said that right. I'm so tongue-tied. I can't. And the second book in the series is Much Ado About Dukes by Eva Devon, as you can see here. The next book I want to feature is from an author I have read for many years, and it's a compilation of two novels in, I believe, the Hathaway series. So I also own another compilation of this particular series that I will probably put up on the screen here, like that I'll probably read before I do this one. But this is the latest one that I was able to pick up over the past couple of months. So this is Falling for You by Lisa Kleypas. So the next book that I want to feature is kind of a mixture of mystery, romance, and time travel. So I wasn't sure whether to put this in my previous video or this video, but I figured I probably just counted as romance though it has the mystery focus. This is the fourth book in a series, and I believe this is the latest release for this particular edition for the series. I think 5 books are in the series, but this is the 4th book. This is Betrayal in Time by Julie McElwain. And I am currently rereading the first in the series, which is called Twist in Time. And I'll put that on the screen for you for your reference. Last 2 books, finally. So first one I want to feature is the second of a new series that comes highly anticipated, and I have the first book, but I have not had the opportunity to read it quite yet, and it is very popular. So this is Sarah MacLean's Heartbreaker, and this is the sequel to Bombshell. I'm hoping to be able to get to this within the next couple of months, depending on my reading schedule and how much I get through. I'm a pretty fast reader. And the last one that I want to feature is the trade paperback for a historical novel that I was able to pick up from Walmart. I have read from this author before, but it has been quite some time. And this is Wait Until Midnight by Amanda Quick. All All right, that is it for my romance haul for the months of July and August. I'm not 100% sure how many books that was. I know it was over 30. I will put up a counter that showcases all the number of the books that I was able to get from this. But that is basically everything that I have bought over the last couple of months. I am very sure that I will not do as big of a haul of within the next several months that are is as big as this, but I am definitely excited to have added all of these books to my collection, and I definitely plan on getting to them sometime soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you want to support what I do here, please give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notifications of when I upload more content. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.